Bees are the most diverse and abundant pollinators that we have. One out of every 3 bites of food you take is pollinated by a bee. They actually forage on up to 2,000 plants a day. So they're feeding, and not only are they feeding, as they go from plant to plant, they collect the pollen and pollinate our trees, they pollinate our shrubs, and they pollinate the flowers that we like to see every day. Bees are great. They are completing a service for us by simply feeding themselves. If we want this to continue, we need to protect and improve what habitat they have left.
Monocultural lawn, or a lawn only containing a single species in one area, are food deserts for bees, leaving them with no nutritional choices.
So basically it goes down to how landscapes are set up, how urban landscapes are set up. We like putting in mostly a monoculture of grass that a lot of people just maintain fully and don't let anything like white clover, which bees like, move in, so it just becomes like a desert for them. They can't forage off any of it.
Not only are we removing native plants, we are compacting soils that bees utilize for nesting.
Soil gets compacted because you need to aerate it once per year, or it gets worn down and compact based on people walking on it and just natural elements like snow buildup or other factors like that.
Native bees require soft aerated soils in order to nest.
Pesticide use is a leading cause in population and habitat decline, making more floral resources unavailable for bees.
So, if we're discussing habitat loss, a major contribution that we're having towards habitat loss with bees is we're using pesticides, which includes herbicides and insecticides to protect our lawns, right? We want our lawns to look beautiful, and that's understandable. However, the plants that we plant and the trees that we have need to be pollinated by something to look as beautiful as they are. If we continue to spray these pesticides, we're causing damage to the bees' internal systems. And common lawn care companies spray these often. Common lawn care companies such as TruGreen and Nutramax Lawn Care both use pesticides in order to take care of people's lawns. We can call them, they come out, they take care of it, we don't think about it. However, they place signs in the yard that say do not walk on the yard with your children, with your pets, or yourself until it's dry. Unfortunately, it may not be as harmful to you once it's dry, but it continues to stay in the nectar and it continues to stay in the pollen on these plants. Our bees go out and they forage for food and then they intake that. This actually causes an issue inside of their immune system, and it hurts them. They can't find their nests, they can't communicate with each other, and they have difficulty functioning or continuing to feed.
TruGreen offers organic alternative services that will benefit you and our bees. These issues may seem outside of your control, but there are some simple solutions you can do to help the bees.
What can you do to help increase diversity and population of native bees? Well, as a homeowner, you can install a boulevard garden with native plant species. It's important that you use native plant species because these are the plants that the native bee populations have become adapted to and thrived off of over the years. Examples of these are the purple echinacea and the showy stonecap sedum.
Some other examples of native plants include asters, many species in the Lamiaceae family, and alfalfa. These are nice examples because they are also appealing to the eye, so you get a nice looking flower in your garden as well as nutritious flowers for the bees. If you also have the space for a vegetable garden, this is good for specifically the diversity of bee populations because most of these vegetables require specialized pollinators. So you may be thinking, but I live in an apartment. There are still simple ways you can increase the resources bees need to thrive.
Limited in the amount of space you have for planting native species of flowers or vegetables, there are alternatives such as potting. You can keep these pots out on a balcony or out on a porch or on your front lawn, wherever you have the available space.
For more information, visit your local DNR website today.